Beautiful. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a nice, happy little leg routine. So I'm going to have you start off by warming up with hip cars. So go ahead and lay down on the mat. Give me a sideline position. Bottom arm punches, top arm pulls. We're going to start off. Perfect. Right there. We're going to do 3 hip cars on each side. Actually, let's do 4. But we'll just go ahead and make them, I'd say, about 30-40% of your greatest, safest effort. Beautiful. Okay. So give me a nice deep breath in. Start squeezing that leg up towards your chest nice and deeply. Beautiful. And now start squeezing it open. Excellent. Now internally rotate. Beautiful. Now start sending the knee behind you. Keep that tummy tight. Beautiful. Just find the glute, the hamstring. Excellent. And now bring that knee down next to the other leg. Deep breath in. Keep that tummy tight. Kick, 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 kick. Beautiful. That's it. And now externally rotate. That's amazing, Ray. Nice. Drive the knee up towards the armpit. Squeeze it down towards your center. Excellent, Ray. Excellent. Beautiful. Okay. Give me 3 more just like that on that side. So we always want to warm up our hips individually, right? We really want to dial into all of that tissue, all of that goodness. Just get it open, get it flowing. And these are, literally, I do these daily. So yeah. But if you need to, you can always just do them once every 2 days. But the key is just wake up that tissue, use it, make it happy, beautiful. Spin that leg out, drive up towards the armpit, and then finally bring it down. That's it. Nice, Ray. 2 more just like that. That's beautiful. Amazing, amazing. There you go. Internally rotate. That's it. Absolutely amazing. Nice. Beautiful. There it is. And now rotate. Now drive up towards that armpit. Beautiful. There you go, Ray. There it is. Nice, Ray. Nice. Final one right here. There we go. Drive it up. Squeeze it open. Internally rotate. Beautiful. Send it back. Bring it down. That's what's up, Ray. Nice. There you go. Then drive up, bring it down. Beautiful work there. Beautiful work. Okay, go ahead and spin around, and we're going to go ahead and get into that other side. Beautiful. Bottom arm punches, top arm pulls. Excellent right there. Deep breath in, and let's go. There we go. Nice, Ray. There it is. Good. Notice this arm. Straighten that out. There we go. There you go. Nice. Core nice and tight. Deep breath in. Donkey kick backwards. There we go. Externally rotate. Drive it up towards the armpit, then squeeze it down, and then reset. Nice, Ray. Okay, here we go. So this side needs a little bit more work. Beautiful. Yeah. So give me that deep breath in. Keep this core nice and tight right there. Beautiful. Start bending that knee up. We're going to drive that knee up towards your chest, and now I want you to squeeze there. Squeeze it deeper. 3, 2, 1. Now open it like a book. Don't let the hips roll back. Yeah, right there, right there. Now squeeze right in here, this little muscle. 3, 2, there we go. Now start sending the foot back towards me. There we go. Keep the tummy tight. Don't let that collapse. Right here. Beautiful. And now find the glute, the hamstring. Try and just push the knee back as much as you can. Keep away from my finger. Keep away from this. Keep away from this. There we go. Beautiful. And now down and reset. Nice job, Ray. That's beautiful. You're about halfway there. Let's keep going. Kick back. Beautiful. Externally rotate that leg. Drive it up towards the armpit. Squeeze it down towards your midline. Beautiful. And reset. That's it. 2 more just like that, Ray. Beautiful work there. As always, range of motion is absolutely amazing, but not at the cost of stability. We always want to make sure that stability is our #1 priority. Good, there you go. Nice. Nice, Ray, that is so much better. You feel the difference in that. Good. And now there you go. Bring it down. Reset. Deep breath in. Donkey kick backwards. Beautiful. Watch that arm. Notice that stability. Yep. Right in that core. Excellent. Now externally rotate it. Send it up towards the armpit. Beautiful. And now squeeze it down. Reset. Beautiful, Ray. You got one more. Make it the best one yet. You got this. Exactly. Beautiful. Let's go. Drive that knee up. Squeeze it towards your car. Beautiful. Open up. Excellent. Beautiful, Ray. Now internally rotate it. There we go. Now send it backwards, nice and gentle, nice and strong. Belly tight, tummy tight. Yes. Make sure that you're nice and solid all the way through that triangle. Beautiful. And now bring it down. Reset. Deep breath in. And now you're going to start donkey kicking back. Foot high, internal rotation, foot high. There we go. There it is. Nice. And now drive that knee into your armpit. Up. And now squeeze it down and finish. Beautiful, Ray. Beautiful. Okay, so that's at least kind of the hard part for now. So next what we're going to do is, because especially when we were assessing your joint function, we found that there were a little bit of limitations, especially in internal and external rotation. So if you want to do this, if you can do this, I would say even 2 to 3 times per week, basically just make it part of your regular workout. This next section is going to be absolutely crucial for the continued, I'd say, health and functioning of your hips. So we're going to start off with external rotation, and we're going to go from there. I'm going to do it with you because, fuck it, why not? So what we're going to do here is we're going to start off in this 90-90 position like this. Perfect, exactly. You can have this leg back behind you. You can also tuck it in next to your butt because we're going to be focusing on this front leg. For this one, I'm going to have you pop up on your fists. You're going to create anterior pelvic tilt. So try and push your pelvis backwards, like you're trying to basically roll the pelvis forward. Basically what we're doing is we're blocking the femur right here, and then we're taking the pelvis and we're going with it, right? Because we want to get long in all of this tissue back here. Exactly. So pop up, give me that anterior pelvic tilt, like you're trying to drive your belly button forward over, actively drive the ankle and the knee into the floor, and then slowly lower yourself down. Beautiful, Ray. How's that feel? That feels, you got a nice, good, deep stretch back there?
Sure.
Good. Okay. Good. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a round of what are called, or 2 rounds of 30 on, 30 offs. So we're going to take 30 seconds, take a deep breath in, exhale, sink into that stretch as deeply as you can. We're just going to be sinking into that stretch for just 30 seconds. Then at the 30-second mark, what's going to happen is I'm going to have you take a deep breath in. You're going to set your core. You're going to start actively driving this ankle and this knee into the floor like you're going to sweep through the floor. We're going to dial that up, but we're only going to go to 30% of your greatest, safest effort, right? So we're not going as hard as we can. We're just giving it a little bit of a good, solid bit of pressure, and then we're going to sink deeper into the stretch for 30 seconds. Then we're going to turn it off. We're going to relax into the stretch and repeat. So we're going to do that for 2 minutes. Like I said, 2 rounds, 30 seconds relaxed, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds relaxed, 30 seconds on. And then at the end of that, we're going to go into kinetic stretching, right? And so this is a absolutely amazing 3-minute way for you to improve the health, the quality, the architecture, everything of it. And then also because of the kinetic stretching at the end, it helps you to master the range of motion that you're opening up. Beautiful. Okay. You ready for it?
Yes.
Okay, our first round, deep breath in. Go ahead and set that core tight. And now you're going to start actively driving that ankle into the floor like it's going to sweep through. Give me 10, 20, add the knee driving down as well, 30%. Beautiful. And now even as that drives down, you can sink deeper into the stretch, but just keep driving that leg, keep that activation. Beautiful, good, yes. And now just come into it as much as you can tolerate. Beautiful, 10 seconds to go. There we go, 3, 2, and now exhale, sink into the stretch. Just relax and sink into that stretch. You can always give it a little skin. Oh, good. Good. Excellent, good. And then, yep, just sink into that stretch, relax. That's it. Beautiful. Exactly. Just try and make it as deep as you can, as relaxed as you can. Just put that tissue at length. Enjoy it. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're going to go to our second round. So once again, deep breath in. Set that core tight. Start actively driving the ankle into the floor like it's going to sweep through. Actively drive the knee down as well. And we're just 30% for 30 seconds here. Beautiful. 10 seconds to go. Keep up that gentle pressure. Keep seeing if you can go into it a little bit more, a little bit deeper. Put that tissue at length. All the way, as deeply as you can go. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into a minute of kinetic stretching. So what I want you to do is I want you to drive that leg into the floor and use that action to drive yourself all the way up. Beautiful. From this position here, you can either, if you want to make it easier, put the hands on the floor. If you want to make it harder, put less weight in the hands. Eventually, no weight. Eventually, heavy weight. So from here, deep breath in. Start trying to suck this leg up into your belly like you're going to lift it off the floor. If I was bracing with my hands, it would come up like that. Beautiful. Okay, now start leaning forward with that. Keep sucking it up into your belly. Use that action to pull yourself in nice and deep, exactly as deeply as you can go. Come all the way down. Hold at the bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now drive that leg into the floor in order to come up. Beautiful, Ray. We're going to do that 4 more times. So suck the leg up. Squeeze yourself down in nice and deep. Holding at the basement. Keep sucking that leg up into your belly. 5, 4, 3, 2. Drive the leg into the floor in order to come up. Beautiful. 3 more like that. Deep breath in. Suck that leg up. Squeeze yourself down. Holding there nice and deep. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Drive that leg down to come up. Beautiful, Ray. 2 more. Let's go. Deep breath in. Pull that leg up. Squeeze yourself down. Holding in the basement, keeping that tension. 5, 4, 3, 2. Drive it into the floor in order to come up. 1. Mwah. I love it, Ray. Great job here. Final time. We're going to do the 10-second burner. Deep breath in. Squeeze that leg up. Keep trying to lift it into your belly. Beautiful. Come all the way down, down, down. There it is. 10, 9. Keep trying to lift that leg up higher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And now drive that leg into the floor in order to come up. Beautiful. And so that's external, in 3 minutes, external rotation. So let's go ahead and switch over to that other side then. Yeah. Beautiful here, Ray. All right. So once again, 90-90 position. Yep. You can tuck that leg in next to you. That's okay. And if you find that this is super uncomfortable, you can also pop a block up underneath that hip if need be. But I think you're doing okay for now. All right. So once again, pop up on those fists. We're going to create that anterior pelvic tilt, pushing that hip as far back as you can. Actively drive the ankle and the knee into the floor gently. Slowly lower down. Go ahead and scan that stretch. Feel it, like give your body a little wiggle, a little shake. Search for the place of greatest intensity. Beautiful. And now deep breath in. Sink in, 30 seconds. Passive stretch starts now. Beautiful there, Ray. Beautiful work here. That's amazing. Right there, right there. Sinking deeper and deeper into it. Good man, good man. All right, round 1. Give me a deep breath in. Squeeze that core nice and tight. Now you're gonna start driving that ankle and that knee into the floor gently. We're just gonna come up 10, 20, 30% and hold. Even as you drive and resist, you can try and lean forward into it a little bit more. Exactly. The key to this is try and drive the belly button forward. Like you're trying to drive that pelvis up over the top of that femur. Beautiful. That's it. Keep resisting with that leg. We got 10 seconds to go here. Amazing work, Ray. Amazing work. Absolutely beautiful. All right, deep breath in. Go ahead and relax that tension and then just sink into the stretch. Try and get really soft, especially back through there, especially through that tissue that you're stretching. I want you to put your mind into it and soften it as deeply and as much as you possibly can. Beautiful, Ray. That's it. Beautiful, beautiful there. Beautiful. Keep breathing, keep relaxing. Excellent. And we're gonna do our second round in 5, 4, 3, deep breath in. Squeeze that core tight, start actively driving that ankle and that knee into the floor. We're gonna go 10, 20, 30%, and then just hold right there. There you go. Use that action to see if you can get in a little bit deeper. There you go. Putting that tissue at length, using that isometric action. Oh, there you go. Yep. Keep resisting, keep sinking. Keep resist a little, sink a little more. There it is. Opening up that tissue quality, priming all those muscles, teaching them this is okay, this is all right. Beautiful. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now drive. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come out so you can drive this ankle, this knee into the floor. Use that action to push yourself all the way up. Beautiful. Okay, we got 5 kinetic stretches. Let's do this. Deep breath in. Start sucking that leg up into your belly like it's coming up, and now use that action to pull yourself in deep, all the way down. Find your absolute basement and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Drive the leg into the floor in order to come up. Beautiful. 4 more like that. Deep breath in. Suck that leg up. Squeeze into your belly. All the way down, holding there. 5, 4, 3, 2. Drive it to come up. Excellent. 3 more just like that. Deep breath in. Squeeze it, suck it up, and then come on down nice and slow. If you need to, you can always use the hands. Whatever you need to do, even if it's 1 finger, 2 fingers, half a finger, an eyelash, that's it. 3, 2, and now drive that leg into the floor to come up. 2 more, just like that, Ray. You're killing this. Deep breath in. Start squeezing that leg up into your belly. That's it. Nice and deep, beautiful, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Drive in to come up. Final time, Ray. 10-second burner. You are killing this. Deep breath in. Suck that leg up, squeeze into your belly, come on down. As deeply as you can go, holding here, that's it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Actually, I messed up that count. Another 5, 4, 3, 2. And now drive that into the floor to come up. Beautiful, Ray, beautiful. Okay, so now we've done external rotation on both legs. So now what we want to focus on next is going to be internal rotation. So I was just working my right leg, so I'm going to shift my focus back over to my left. For that, what we're going to do is we're going to use that same 90-90 position, except for the leg that we're going to be focusing on is going to be this back leg rather than the front leg here, right? So for that, what we're going to do is I want this knee coming basically straight out from your body. Yep. And then knee bent at as close to a 90-degree angle as you can. Perfect. If you need to, the positioning of the front leg doesn't really matter. It's just kind of there hanging out. From this position here, we're gonna pop up on our fist. We're gonna, instead of creating anterior pelvic tilt, we're gonna create that posterior pelvic tuck, like we're trying to spin our pelvis backwards. Beautiful. You can actively, gently drive this ankle into the floor, and then I want you to sit back into that. A lot of times you'll start feeling it right here if you're doing it right. If you need to, you can start spinning over the top of that leg. So other way, spin over the top of that back leg. Beautiful. And you feel that starting to open up. Good. We want it in this kind of, in this crease here around, I would say there. Exactly. Finding that nice deep stretch. The other thing that you can try with this is try pushing the knee out away from your body and then let that kind of torque and that distraction help there too. Beautiful. So we're going to do almost the exact same sequence here. So deep breath in, and now I want you to exhale, sink into that stretch as deeply as you can for 30 full seconds here. For our activation, what's going to happen is you're going to start driving this ankle into the floor. We're going to block the knee with our hand, but you're going to start driving that ankle into the floor, activating like you're trying to spin this femur outward. That's going to be our activation for 30 seconds. We're only, once again, going to go 30%. But yeah, for now, just sink into that stretch nice and deeply. Exactly. All right. So now I want you to go ahead and block the knee with the hand right there. Give me a deep breath in. Squeeze your core, sink into that stretch as deeply as you can. And now what you're going to do is you're going to start driving that ankle into the floor like you're almost trying to drive your knee up into your hand. There we go, like you're trying to spin that femur backwards. We're just going to go 10, 20, and now 30%. Beautiful. So now that you feel the resistance in that leg, you feel that, try and sink deeper into the stretch. Use the resistance as a way to signal to your body, hey, this is safe, this is okay, this is safe, this is okay. Open up more, open up more, open up more. Beautiful, that's it. 15 more seconds here, Ray. That's it. Beautiful. 3, 2, and go ahead and relax, soften, sink. Try and get into that stretch even more, even deeper if you can. Good, Ray, that's it. We've got just a 30-second passive stretch right here. If you want, you can always give your body a little wiggle. You can introduce just a little bit of motion in that range of motion because we want to signal not just that this range of motion is okay, but that we can also move in it too, right? And so it's basically just, what is it? The next level of complexity, right? Is like, can the body just move into this range of motion? No? Okay, well then we're just going to move it there and then hold there, right? Next level of mastery is, okay, we're going to be able to move in and out of it fluidly, right? So we're going to move and slowly just keep opening it up a little bit more, a little bit deeper, because this signals to the body, okay, we can not just move there, we can move there with a little bit of speed, a little bit of velocity, a little bit of bounce, like, okay, yeah, like this feels good, right? And that's also going to condition the elasticity of those tissues to Beautiful. Okay, and now we're going to introduce a little bit of load. 30 seconds, 30%. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink into that stretch. Start driving that ankle into the floor. If you need to, you can use the hand here as biofeedback, driving the knee up into the hand. Beautiful, that's it. And now we're just going to hold here. 30%, 30 seconds. That's it. And as you use that load, you can try and go a little bit more, a little bit deeper into that stretch. See if the body will allow it. If it'll open it up at all whatsoever. Beautiful work there, Ray. That's it. Keep going. About 10 seconds to go here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. So now we're going to do a similar thing in terms of kinetic stretching with this, right? And so depending upon your levels, Level 1 is going to be no hands. Level 2, you can use your hands to support you all the way. But what we're going to do is, we're already in this deep stretch position here, right? What I want you to do is I want you to start driving that ankle into the floor. And what that's going to do is that's going to drive the rest of your body coming back forward. Exactly. So you're driving that ankle into the floor. Imagine like basically like this is a lever, right? And so either A, we spin the lever like this, or B, the rest of our body rotates. You feel that? Good, okay. So what we're gonna do now is you're gonna drive that ankle into the floor, you're gonna come all the way out of the stretch. Now you're gonna take a deep breath in. You're gonna start trying to lift the ankle off the floor, but instead of the ankle coming up, your body's gonna start dialing backwards, coming as deep into that stretch as you possibly can, holding there. 5, 4, 3, 2, drive the ankle into the floor in order to come out. You feel that? Beautiful. And now let's go again. Try and pick the ankle up. Use that action to squeeze your body back. Beautiful. Hold at that deepest point. 5, 4, 3, 2. Drive the ankle into the floor in order to come out. Beautiful. Deep breath in here. Lift the ankle up. Use that action to squeeze yourself back. Come into it deep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Drive that ankle into the floor. We've got one more just like that, plus a 10-second burner. Deep breath in. Lift the ankle up, and now drive back. Yep. Use that ankle as an anchor, and now squeeze into that stretch. Try and get in even deeper if your body will allow. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now drive out of it slowly, coming back. Beautiful, Ray. We've got just a 10-second burner. Deep breath in. Lift the ankle up. Squeeze back. Keep going as deeply as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now drive out of that nice and deep. Beautiful, Ray. Beautiful work there. That's what's up. Okay. So that's that side. Now we just have the other side to do. So we'll go ahead and switch our legs, switch our setup. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Nice. All right. Yeah. I like having my leg fully on the mat. Makes it just a little bit ever so slightly more comfortable. Beautiful. So once again, from this position, pop up on those fists. Give me that posterior pelvic tuck, slowly lower down, and then we're gonna spin over this back leg. Exactly, excellent. Deep breath in, find your absolute deepest point, and now just sink into that. Beautiful, Ray, beautiful. 2 minutes, starting now. Exactly. And as always, in these 30-second like passive stretches, you can do those little wiggle movements. Just put it at length and then give it that little wiggle. Just make sure that it's feeling good. It also helps the body to, I'll say, dissipate some of the nervous energy and some of the tension, and be able to be like, okay, and then sink deeper into it. Beautiful. Amazing, Ray. Amazing work here. That's it. Beautiful. 5 seconds. Go ahead and give me a deep breath in. Exhale, sink into that stretch. If you'd like, you can put the hand on the knee to block it. We're gonna start driving the ankle into the floor like we're gonna spin that knee up, but it's blocked. We're just gonna go 10, 20, and now 30%, holding for 30 seconds. No more, no less. There you go, yes. If you need to, you can also try and push the knee out away from your body. Yep, create even more length, even more distraction. Keep that tension up. 15 seconds to go, halfway there. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, deep breath in. And exhale, soften, sink, relax, release into that stretch. Good man, Ray. And give that body a little wiggle, a little shake, a little shimmy out. Yes, that's it. That's it, Ray. Just dropping into it a little bit more, just a little bit deeper, a little bit more, a little bit deeper. There you go. There it is. Nice. Good, good. That's what we like. Just keep sinking into it. It ain't easy, but it is worth it. All right, final round here. Deep breath in. Go ahead and sink into that stretch as deeply as you can. If you need to, put the hand on the knee to block, and now start driving that ankle into the floor, driving that knee up into the block hand. We're gonna go 20. 30% and holding. That's it. Perfect job. Keep going. We're at 10 seconds left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use that drive. We're going to drive that ankle into the floor, and we're going to use that to start driving our body back forward out of the stretch. There we go. Come towards me. There you go, like that. And now you're going to deep breath in right here. Start trying to lift that ankle off the floor, and you're going to use that to spin back over deep into that stretch. Beautiful. Hold there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now drive the ankle into the floor in order to come back forward. Beautiful. Reset. And now start lifting that ankle up. Try and spin that femur inward. Use that action to pull yourself in deep. Ooh, I'm getting a nice little cramp there. There we go. Find the deepest point. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drive the ankle into the floor to come out. Beautiful, Ray. 2 more like that, plus a 10-second burner. Deep breath in. Lift that ankle. Pull yourself in deep as much as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now drive the ankle into the floor in order to come back. 1. Beautiful. Final time at 5 seconds. Deep breath in. Lift the ankle off. Try and squeeze yourself in deeper. Deeper, 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 deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drive out of it. Use that ankle, that leg action to drive out. Excellent. Hold here. Deep breath in. Now then, use that action. Try and lift the ankle up. Pull yourself in deep, 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 deep. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Drive that ankle down in order to come out. Beautiful, Ray. Beautiful. Exactly. Okay. So now that we've done some really nice deep work on those hips, especially for internal external rotation, I'm going to guide you through our final little piece of the workout. So we want to put all of that together, right? So for that, I'm just going to turn this way in order for the camera to see so that you have a nice reference and whatnot. And yeah, so what we're going to do here is I want you to start out with your feet, with your heels, I would say about shoulder width apart, even just a little bit wider. From here, you're going to start trying to pull your knees as wide apart as you possibly can. There we go. If this is really difficult to sit upright like this, it is completely okay. You can put your hands back here. Yeah. So this is going to be kind of like the easy way if you're tired. And then as you open up more, you can start going here. And then the hardest of all is up top like that. But yeah. I'm just going to work right here. If you'd like to, you can also work back here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move each leg in isolation. we're gonna go through our full range of internal and external rotation on each one. So what that's gonna look like is, I'm gonna sit up nice and tall, try and spread my legs out nice and wide. Now what it is they're evenly pulling apart at 50-50, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start weighting one heavier. So this one's gonna start winning. This one's gonna become 51, this one's 49. So they're gonna slowly, I'm gonna bring this leg over as deeply as I possibly can without lifting this hip. I just wanna move this in complete isolation while I'm still pulling this one to the floor. Beautiful. From here, when I can go absolutely no further, that's when I'm gonna allow that hip to lift off and then come over and boom, 90-90. Exactly. So we'll move that leg back there. Perfect. Right there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back the other way. So I'm gonna try and keep this leg glued to the floor as much as possible. Then I'm gonna start driving this heel into the floor, driving this knee up, and I'm gonna try and squeeze it up as high and as open as I possibly can. When it can go absolutely no further, that's when I'm gonna allow my hips to shift, coming back through center, pulling the legs open nice and wide. Then we're gonna go the other way. So we're gonna bring this leg over as deeply as we can, only at the last second, boom, hip comes up, and we're over. Beautiful. And now then from here, deep breath in, start driving that heel into the floor, drive that knee up. When you can go absolutely no further, that's when you're gonna allow the hips to shift over. Beautiful, Ray, that's it. All right, so that was one. We're gonna go 4 more times in each direction, moving nice and slow. Let's do this. There we go. If you need to, you can be up here. If you need to, it's completely fine to go back here. And let's go. So we're gonna bring that leg over nice and deep, as deeply as you can. Boom, hip comes up. There you go. Nice. Deep breath in right here. Drive that ankle into the floor. Drive that knee up as deeply and as much as you possibly can. Squeeze it open. And then finally come back through center. Squeeze the knees as wide apart as you can. Beautiful. And now we're gonna come back through. Yep, there we go. And now then slowly bring it over. Beautiful, Ray. And now keep this back leg glued and pressing to the floor. Drive that heel into it. Start lifting the knee. Bring it up as high as you possibly can. When you can go absolutely no further, boom, hips shift and back through center. Beautiful, Ray. Exactly. 3 more times like that. Let's go. Deep breath in. And coming over. Nice and deep. Drive into the floor. Excellent. Beautiful. And now we're going to come back through. There you go, Ray. That's it. That's looking beautiful. That's it. And now bring it over all the way. Beautiful. That's it. 2 more. Let's go. Open, sit, spread the knees as wide as you can. Bring that back leg over. Beautiful, Ray. Beautiful. That's it. All right, let's keep going. Drive that back leg, and what I want you to try and do is I want to see you freeze your hips for just a moment right here, and I just want to see this heel drive into the floor and that leg spinning open as wide, just driving up without the body shifting. Just let that leg open as high as you can get it. There we go. Yes, you feel that. You feel all this musculature back there activating. That's what I want. And then we'll come back through that bear sit position, nice and wide. Beautiful, and let's go. There it is, all the way over, tap it down, and then from this position here, drive that heel into the floor, drive the knee up like you're trying to just squeeze it open. There it is. And then there. All right, we got 1 more time. You want to make this a challenge round? Sure. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to challenge myself by going up here. I'm going to challenge you by being out here. All right, you ready for it? Let's go. Bring it over in isolation. Squeeze it nice and deep. Finally shift. There you go. Nice, Ray. That's it. Deep breath in. Start driving that back heel into the floor. Drive that knee up. There it is. There it is. Final time right here. Squeeze those knees apart. Bring them close. Squeeze it down. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Start driving that hip open. Put some pressure on that joint. Beautiful. Opening it up. And finish. Beautiful, Ray. Beautiful work there. My God, man, that was amazing. Okay, so that's going to be your internal, external rotation. And now all we're going to do is we're going to shift in. I'm going to set a timer. We're going to do 3 minutes of just primal movement through the legs. So what we've done is we've opened up the hips and we've literally just gotten like all of that deep, juicy rotational tissue opened up, warmed up, and maintained. And now what we want to do is we want to start rewiring our nervous system of, hey, we can use this, we can do this. And so what I'm going to have you do is, I always like to start out in a nice kind of, I'd say, standing position like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a controlled squat. So I'm going to have you start by, instead of just dropping your weight down, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that you're trying to pick your feet up, and instead of just dropping into your squat, you're going to pull yourself into your squat. So imagine that you're gripping the ground with your feet and you're trying to pull the ground up, but the ground's not moving, and so you're just coming down deep into your squat. Beautiful. And now from this position, I want you to start playing around with it. Start moving from side to side. It's okay. You can bring the heels up. You can put them down. You can keep them planted. You can push the hips forwards and backwards. What we want to do is we want to start playing around and utilizing these joints, integrating all of that openness, all of that juiciness, so that our body and our brains know, hey, this is available to us. We like this. Beautiful. There you go. And now if you want to, you can even get the hands involved. You can extend one leg out nice and deep. Try and rock back down on that heel. See how that balances. There you go. And now with that outside leg, what I want you to do is I want you to start trying to play with a little internal, external rotation. There you go. Just playing around with that, right? How does that feel and integrate and move in your body? Right? Maybe you want to come down all the way to the ground. There we go. There. See? And now you can even play with this leg right there. Right? Just working that. Some nice neurological, creative movement. Now that that tissue is primed and ready. Exactly. And now the big challenge is, can you get back up without your hands? Right? So can you come through? Oh, can I even do that? Yeah, so right there, here, and then come through. Exactly. And then you can even shift over to the other side. Beautiful. And then notice if one side feels better than the other, if it feels stronger, if it feels looser, if it feels a little different. Beautiful. And trying to move just creatively, just 3 minutes, like, oh, like what feels good? What feels loose? Can we enjoy it anymore? There you go, exactly. Exactly. There you go, rock back through those hips, through all of this nice, creative, like you are a tiger going through the jungle. How does it feel to move through and utilize all of these ranges of motion that you have? What feels good? What feels loose? There you go. Exactly. And then challenge yourself. Be like, ooh, can I go up here? Can I go all the way around? There it is. Yes. Beautiful. Keep going like that. And you can even find points where it's like, oh, that feels really good to twist like that. Or, oh, my body's saying it actually doesn't like this one. So we're going to be gentle with it. There it is. And then twist and play. And then you can also set little challenges for yourself, right? So like, okay, if I don't use my hands and I want to stay in a squat, how can I move from there, right? So it's like, okay, well, I can kind of like bounce and come through here. Maybe I want little frog hops. Maybe I just want to start trying to do a little duck walk. Whoop. Exactly. How do we start playing again in our bodies, right? So we've done all the hardcore tissue work, creating that change, and now it's like, okay, how do we start nourishing our body with variability and play and yeah. Exactly. And you can start hopping like that, and this is actually the precursor to a cartwheel, right? Is just learning how to be like. So eventually you can wheel the entire body over. And yeah. Beautiful. All right. Okay. And that's our workout. That's legs for today. How does that feel?
Amazing.
Good. Whoop, whoop.